Everybody listen up here. I'd like to open up the regular village board meeting for the village of Shorewood on November the 24th in the year 2020. What I'd like to do is we'll forego the Pledge of Allegiance. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense over this type of a meeting. And I'll move on. Diane, how about roll call, please?
Mayor Chapman?
Here.
Dan Anderson?
Here.
Steve Brockman?
Here.
C.C. DeBold?
Here.
Barb Kirkland?
Here.
Tony Luciano?
Here.
And Dan Warren?
Here. Okay, let the record show there's a quorum tonight. Each village business can be done. So I'd like to move on right now to citizens. Are there any citizens that are connected up with us tonight that would like to speak to the village board?
Mayor, this is Diane. Can you let me know who else is on the call?
I don't know. Okay. There's
John, are you there?
Yeah. Okay, you're talking about staff members.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Staff members, please speak up so Diane knows who's out there.
Chief John from building here.
Jim Blood.
Kelly's here.
Mary Mahoney's here.
Who was that last one?
Maren Mahoney for Dave Silverman.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Anyone else?
I have Ann, Kelly, Noriel, Maren, John, and Jim Collada.
Chief's on.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last one.
The chief.
Chief.
Oh, sorry, Chief. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, got everybody, Diane?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I'd like to move on. Try again. Citizens, any citizens on the line with the village board tonight that would like to speak on an issue? Being that I don't hear anybody speak up, I'd like to move on to tonight's consent agenda, which consists of the approval of the committee of the whole meeting minutes for October the 27th, approval of the regular meeting minutes for November the 10th, number 3, approval of accounts payable in the amount of $650,331.99. Number 4, approval of a payment in the amount of $15,000 to Homer Industries for storm damage removal. Number 5, approval of a payment in the amount of $27,700 to Scotco Painting for work completed on the columns at the Village Hall. Are there any items on tonight's consent agenda a trustee would like to remove for further review? Are there any questions on tonight's consent agenda?
No, I move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Okay. Diane, roll call, please.
Okay, I have Anderson and DeBold first and second. Anderson,
Yes.
Brockman,
Yes.
DeBold,
Yes.
Kirkland,
Yes.
Luciano,
Yes.
and Warren.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, the consent agenda stands approved as read. And we'll move on immediately to reports and communications. I don't have any proclamations. Diane, any communications to the board?
No, not at this time.
Okay. Basically, under my report, I think everybody's aware that the governor has upped the ante on the COVID mitigations. And we've been communicating, the staff and myself and Chief, especially, and communicating with our restaurants and bars, asking them to please abide by the situation. We're still working on that issue because there basically is nothing in writing anywhere to support even the governor's mitigation rules. That's being worked on. It's basically an education, communication type of a situation right now, unless I know that New Lenox is working on a resolution right now to try to put some beef into their control methods. So kind of waiting to see what happens there, so we all don't go off in a different direction. Any questions to that report? Okay, if not, I'd like to move on to tonight's order of business. Business item number 1, consideration for approval of a resolution of the Village of Shorewood honoring Donna Prince. Okay, I'd like to read this resolution because we all know Donna. We've all known her for years, and we all know what a value that she was to our police department and to the village as a whole. So I'd like to read the resolution. Whereas the Village of Shorewood has had good fortune to have been served for 20 years by Donna Prince, Administrative Assistant to the Chief of Police, as a kind, caring, dependable, honest employee. And whereas the Village of Shorewood does hereby find and determine that Donna's services over the last 20 years at the Shorewood Police Department and 8 years at Westcom have been invaluable to the police department and to the village. And whereas Donna also served as a secretary at Shorewood Board of Fire and Police Commissioners for 6 years and a records clerk for the Will Grundy Major Crimes Task Force for 11 years. And whereas Donna volunteered many, many hours to the Shorewood Golf Outing Committee, a law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics, the Will County Big Brothers Big Sisters Bowl for kids' sake, and the Shorewood Police Shop with a Cop, enhancing the overall spirit and culture of the village. And whereas it is hereby found and determined by the Village of Shorewood that Donna may be succeeded, but that she can never be truly replaced. Whereas it is hereby deemed advisable, necessary, and in the best interest of the village that the President and Board of Trustees express their appreciation and deep gratitude for the service and the efforts Donna Prince in her 20 years with the village, and express their deep wishes for her retirement. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Shorewood, Will County, Illinois, that Donna Prince is hereby recognized and heralded for her services to the Village of Shorewood from February 21st, 2000 through November 30th, 2020. Be it further resolved that Donna Prince shall carry with her the blessing and gratitude of this village and all its residents wherever she may travel. Be it further resolved that this resolution upon adoption be spread in full upon the records of the village of Shorewood, and the clerk of the village is hereby directed to deliver the Donna Prince a signed copy thereof. Approve this 24th day. I would like to ask the board, those in favor, say aye to this resolution.
Aye.
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 And I know there are no nays. Okay. So somebody's got their mic open. If they would please mute the phone when they're not speaking. It'd just be kind to others. Okay. Now, I'd like to move on. Number 2, I have a resolution for another valuable employee who's soon to be an ex-employee. A resolution of the Village of Shorewood honoring Bill Ellerbrock. Whereas the Village of Shorewood has had good fortune to have been served for over 30 years by Bill Ellerbrock, Public Works Foreman on the streets, as a knowledgeable and dependable employee for the Village of Shorewood. And whereas Bill started in May of 1990 as seasonal help, and in July of 1990 became full-time as a driver labor. In November of 1993 became our mechanic driver, and then in 1998 became the mechanical driver foreman, and then the public works foreman in 1999. Whereas Bill has seen tremendous growth in the village and has played an important role by maintaining our infrastructure, equipment, and providing quality service to our residents. He goes above and beyond, is efficient and effective, always fair and willing to help, and his services over the last 30 years have been invaluable to the village. And whereas it is hereby found and determined by the Village of Shorewood that Bill be sorely missed. It may be succeeded, but they can never be replaced. And whereas it is hereby deemed advisable, necessary, in the best interest of the village, that the President and Board of Trustees express their appreciation and deep gratitude for the outstanding service and tremendous efforts and achievements of Bill Ellerbrock in his 30 years with the village, and express their best wishes for his retirement. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Shorewood, Will County, Illinois, that Bill Ellerbrock is hereby recognized for his services to the Village of Shorewood from May 1st, 1990 through November 30th, 2020. Be it further resolved that Bill Ellerbrock shall carry with him the blessing and gratitude of the village and all its residents wherever he may travel. Be it further resolved that this resolution be adopted and spread full upon the records of the Village of Shorewood, and the clerk of the village is hereby directed to deliver to Bill Ellerbrock a signed copy thereof. Again, I would request that the board approve this resolution by all saying aye.
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 Okay, I'm sure there's no nays. We've all known these people a long time, and it's a shame that we couldn't have a formal meeting without the masks and everybody together to honor these 2 employees and soon to be ex-employees, or at least retirees of the Village of Shorewood. And I know I've known them both a long time, and I really appreciate what they have done for the Village of Shorewood. There is no doubt that they were outstanding, excellent employees. And when we say in the resolution that they can't be replaced, of course, people are going to sit in their seats. Of course, people are going to do a wonderful job in their own right. But we all know that if these people were just to stay on where they were at, we just keep operating with the efficiency and the effectiveness that they made happen in their position. So if they're listening out there or can hear this afterwards, Bill, Donna, it's been a pleasure working with you, and you will be sorely missed. Any other comments?
Chief, this is Donna. I just want to thank you and the board and Chief Klima. I appreciate the recognition, and I want to thank Jimmy and Audrey for listening in tonight. Thank you all so much.
Donna, Chief, you got anything to say to your right-hand lady?
No, she's going to be missed. I mean, I inherited a well-trained and very experienced Donna, and she has been a good consigliere and an assistant to me these many years, and the whole community. I mean, she came from Westcom. She's helped a great many departments. She's been working with the task force. So, she's the history, and we're going to hopefully hope she answers the phone in the future for when we need some institutional memory.
Okay, Donna, anything else? Is Bill on the line?
I think I can do that, Mayor. Thank you again.
Okay, hey, we wish you the best, and hope you just relax and enjoy yourself. Okay, all right. With that being said, I'm going to move on to business item number 3. Consideration of an approval of a resolution reducing the 2021 license renewal fee for video gaming terminals. This is Chrissy.
Thank you, Mayor. If you'll recall, we talked about this a couple times previously, and it seemed as though there was support from our November 10th meeting where for a reduction in the renewal fee based on the amount of time that the video gaming terminals were inactive. Since that time, the governor has suspended video gaming for at this time an undetermined amount of time, which is why we are now recommending a reduction of the renewal fee by half. So what is normally $500 per terminal, we are recommending per the attached resolution would be $150 per terminal. This is the resolution also allows the board to reevaluate renewal fees for 2022 based on either continued or future gaming suspensions as a result of the pandemic. There was also a question raised at the November meeting, or the earlier November meeting, about whether or not the Illinois Gaming Board had offered or provided any relief to to license holders. And as of right now, there has been no relief that has been offered. And in talking to the Illinois Gaming Board, they're not aware of any proposal at this time. I did also verify, because there had been some concern about a gaming license and sort of the validity of whether or not our gaming license needed to or somehow impacted their state license, and that it does not. The only requirement that the state has is that the license holder must have a valid liquor license. And so I do want to reiterate that this would only apply to renewal fees. So if a business wanted to, if they had 5 terminals and they wanted to add a terminal, they would still have to pay the full price for the additional terminal. But this would only apply to the renewal fees. I'm happy to answer any questions.
No, I don't have any questions, but I'll make a motion to approve item number 3, a resolution reducing 2021 license renewal fee for video gaming.
Second. Warren.
Sorry, I was muted. Diane, roll call.
Anderson,
Yes.
Brockman,
Yes.
Luciano,
No.
DeBold,
Yes.
Kirkland,
Yes.
Warren,
Yes.
Okay.
thank you.
I'd like to go on record. My first statement on these license renewals was because of the money that these people were losing in all aspects of their business, except for this, were full of one-time, go back to a full, complete waiver of the license fees for this upcoming year. We don't know what the virus is going to do come into the next year. Hopefully, the vaccines are good and everything comes, but I still don't think that these people are ever going to recover the amount of money they lost on all aspects of their business. Even if one was bringing in some money, the other parts of the business were losing some money. So I had made that statement for my own sickness, and I still say that we should just waive the entire fees for these establishments, which are the ones who are taking it on the chin more than anybody else. And that's all I'll say. We passed it this way. I thank the board for at least giving them some relief. And gladly move on. I did make the statement that we passed that and that I gavelled it in. Moving on to business item number 4. Consideration for approval of an ordinance changing the name of West Shore Drive to West Shore Drive. This is up for a first read. Chrissy.
Thank you, Mayor. So this is really a clarification, and to give a little bit of background, we had previously brought before you another sort of street name change, and as we come across these issues, we will likely be bringing more forward as necessary, but the West Shore Drive was originally platted in 1925. It was since expanded or extended with the Brookshore Park subdivision, and it was West Shore was 2 words. Since then, it appears as though people have been kind of combining it and having it as 1 word. This has apparently caused some issues in terms of mail delivery, and we've recently been in contact with the U.S. Postal Service to correct some issues, one of which we have been able to resolve, and the second one has to do with the street name. And so they're asking for some clarification. And since the platting does call it out as 2 words, but the majority of the residents on the street actually use West Shore as 1 word, we are asking for consideration of an official street name change. This would impact some existing street signs. I believe there's only 3 that would need to be replaced. And so that is also part of the confusion, is that some of the street signs have 2 words, whereas others have 1. So this will just sort of clean up some existing issues, and we would recommend changing the name from West Shore 2 words to West Shore 1 word, and waiving the second read of the ordinance.
Okay. Any questions for Kel?
I'll make that motion and waive the second read. Second.
Thank you.
Okay. Diane, roll call, please.
I have Warren and DeBold on the first and second read.
That
Warren,
works. Yes.
DeBold,
Yes.
Kirkland,
Yes.
Brockman,
Yes.
Luciano,
Yes.
and Anderson.
Yes.
Agenda item number 4 stands approved. Moving on, Noriega, are you with us? Noriega, are you with us?
Mayor, I think Noriel's having some technical difficulties. He's trying to get his microphone to work right now.
Okay. Well, these are next 2 items, so I'll give him a few minutes. Is a possibility that he can come in over his phone?
I think he will certainly try that if he's not able to get his video conference mic to work.
Okay. All right. Let's give him a few minutes. Everybody, take a break. I'm glad I asked if he was there prior to starting to read these things. Jim, are you prepared to outline this issue?
Yes, I can. I do see that he's trying to call in at this moment, so I think he'll be able to join us in just one more minute.
Okay. All right.
Hello.
We can hear you, Noriel.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I apologize for the technical difficulty. It was working prior to when we got started.
Okay, Bob, just a board count. Well, I'm sure everybody's picking you up right now because I am. And yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and read agenda item number 5. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Consideration for approval of a purchase order for bulk road salt to Cargill Company in the amount not to exceed $104,000 for the 2020-2021 winter season. Ariel?
Thank you, Mayor. This is our routine annual yearly salt purchase for our snow removal operations. It is through the Illinois State procurement process. We had allocated or requested an amount to be bid in the amount of the 1,800 tons, where through the Illinois State procurement process, the bid price came in at a very low price of $47.76 per ton. The contract allows for a minimum of 80% purchase up to a maximum of 120% purchase of the 1,800 tons. Now, this is a great price compared to many of our historical prices that we've had the past 3 to 4 years. Our current budget for 2020-2021 is $130,000. I am recommending the maximum purchase of 120% of the 1,800 tons, so that's up to 2,160 tons, and an amount not to exceed $104,000. I'm available for any questions.
Okay, any questions?
Just one comment that It's a very good price. If you look at the sheet, you can see what we paid the past years. I know we had a lot of snow a couple of years ago, and they really railed us in a lot of communities on the cost of that salt. So this is almost half. So it's a pretty good price.
Okay, if there are no further comments, Diane, roll call, please.
Anderson?
I'll make that motion.
We gotta make approval first.
I'll make the
I'll
motion to
second.
approve item 5 not to exceed $104,000 for the 2021 winter season.
I'll second.
Okay, thanks, guys. Now, roll call.
Anderson?
Yes.
Kirkland?
Yes.
DeBold?
Yes.
Brockman?
Yes.
And Luciano?
Yes.
Okay.
Warren's a yes too.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Then number 5 stands approved. We're going to move on to number 6. Consideration for approval to purchase and for a 2021 Ford F-2050, a 4x4 Super Duty pickup truck from Terrapelli Ford in the amount not to exceed $49,000. Ariel?
Thank you, Mayor. Can everyone hear me still?
Yep.
Okay, if you recall, just a number of weeks ago, staff was involved in an accident. The insurance appraisal had deemed a total loss on that vehicle. At the last village board meeting, we declared that vehicle surplus, and the settlement that we've received from that is just a little bit over $27,000. Public Works is currently down a vehicle. We're looking to replace that vehicle in our fleet. What you have before you is a quote. It is a government pricing quote from Terrapelli Ford, a Shorewood business, in the amount of $36,000, $616.20 for that vehicle. It is, again, government pricing. If we order it today, the delivery due to possible COVID concerns, it's anywhere estimated from 20 to 28 weeks for delivery. If it's closer to the 20-week delivery point, it would be within this budget fiscal year. If it's closer to the delivery date, closer to 28 weeks, it will push the delivery in the next fiscal year. Of course, the purchase is also including plow equipment, safety lighting for the vehicle, a simple bed liner along with a cover for the bed, which is estimated an additional $12,000. So this puts it at a total of approximately just under $49,000, which is $21,000 over the settlement. Now, if you recall,
Mario, I got one question. It's quite a long time to be waiting for that truck. Is there anything that they could find on the Ford Locate and do a dealer trade? Did you ask him to do that?
We've looked in our area. There's really not much selection right now currently. If you recall, again, we're in a pandemic, so there are a lot of, the inventory on many of these locations are low. I did have staff look. There was one that was kind of similar, but it didn't really quite meet everything that we were looking for a typical truck. So right now, no is the answer.
Okay,
We are managing.
that sounds good. Just had to ask.
Yeah. I mean, we are managing. We had what we would call a floater truck when staff has vehicles in our inventory and it's moving throughout the fleet, being passed down from department to department. We do have one floater that we are currently utilizing as the replacement vehicle. So the street department that had that floater truck that was using daily operation is down a truck now just to meet the need of the replacement vehicle. From that accident vehicle, we were able to salvage the plow equipment. So our choices were very limited in terms of finding a vehicle that was 4x4 and had an older frame that could fit the plow equipment for the damaged vehicle. So we're managing, we're okay, but we really would like that vehicle as soon as possible, of course, and we did look and search around.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to buy the 2021 F-250 from Ron Terrapelli Ford for $49,000 and waive the second read.
Second.
Okay, Diane, roll call, please.
Was DeBold the second?
Yeah.
Okay. Anderson,
Yes.
DeBold,
Yes.
Warren,
Yes.
Luciano,
Yes.
Brockman,
Yes.
and Kirkland.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
agenda item number 6 stands approved. We'll move on to reports. Trustee Anderson, Public Works Committee.
All right, thanks, Mr. Mayor. Just about 4 things here. November 10th, we had a little bit of rain, about a half inch. We had 50-mile-an-hour gusts. We had a little bit of storm damage, some tree branches and storm inlets were plugged. That's mainly due to leaves. The leaf program's continuing on. We've got about 10 days left of that. We're going to go through the end of the first week of December, then we're going to call it a season. We'll be out again in the spring. So if anybody's listening, you know, we got about 10 days left on that. Radio cell tower conversion or cell system conversion for our water system. It's just about completed. It's about 90% done. So that should be done here probably by the time we meet next. Christmas decorations have gone up. I think most people have seen that out by the hall. Sewer cleaning and televising in Basin 6 is continuing on. That's not due to be completed until March. It's about 20% done. And then the last thing on the Hamel Woods Dam, there's really no update on that. And the same with the bike crossing over the DuPage River and I-55. They're still waiting on Edison to relocate the lines, and there's really no activity over there either. So no update on that. And that's all I have.
Okay, any questions for Dan? All right. Moving on, Trustee Brockman, Planning and Zone Commission.
Thank you, Mayor. Our December meeting will be December 2nd. We will be virtual using WebEx. We have one agenda item, zoning variance to permit storage of stone slabs on gravel where a paved surface is required at 200 Amadodge Drive. So that'll be on December 2nd, 7 o'clock, and like I said before, it will be virtual. So that's all I've got. Thank you.
Okay, any questions for Steve? Okay, Trustee Kirkland, Parks and Recreation.
Thank you. I would like to say thank you to all who participated in the scavenger hunt. Please be sure to submit your entries by Wednesday, November 25th, which is tomorrow, for your chance to win a prize. Due to the Tier 3 COVID mitigations, the tree lighting scheduled for December 8th has been canceled. Please drive by the Village Hall to view the tree, which will be turned on after the Thanksgiving holiday. A special thanks to Hope Lutheran Church for their donation of the tree, to Arbor Tech, who agreed to donate their time and equipment to cut the tree. ComEd did their safed out the electric lines near the tree. Chelino Crane helped us with the tree. Trustee DeBold donated a truck and trailer to transport the tree to Town Center, and the PD assisted with traffic control, transporting the tree to the Town Center, as well as Public Works. So we just wanted to give a shout out to all those people that made it possible for us to have our beautiful tree again. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the Village Facebook, Instagram, and constant for Village updates and news about special events and programs. Under upcoming events, we have Letters with Santa. The Village of Shorewood Parks and Recreation Department has been named Santa's Helper. We will be receiving and delivering all the letters sent to Santa. Santa will personally write to each child who writes him a letter, provided that all letters are received by 4:30 p.m. on Friday, December 4th. For more information and to register, visit our website. Thank you. That's my report.
Hey. Trustee Luciano, Citizens Advisory.
Thank you. The Citizens Advisory Committee will not meet until January 2021 due to the holiday season. And as always, if anyone's interested in becoming involved with the committee, they can either contact me or any of the members through the village website. And lastly, I want to wish everyone a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay. We'll take a motion for adjournment and we'll take a 5-minute break to give our technical staff time to copy this meeting and get ready for the next one. Okay. So I need a motion for. Okay, that was Kirkland.
Yes.
I'll second.
Okay, Diane, roll call, please.
Kirkland,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Luciano,
Yes.
DeBold,
Yes.
Warren,
Yes.
and Brockman.
Yes.
Okay, we are adjourned and